Hello. Now let's continue my thread about stocks, and I will now show you Berkshire Hathaway. Well, the history of this stock is a bit longer, but probably you have heard it because this is the holding company which the famous investor Warren Buffett uses for his investments. And it started as a textile company which he acquired and tried to diversify and optimize its business model, but actually he failed and he used it as a means for his investments. And let's see how it has performed. Now you probably might deduce that it was rather good stock, and I will show you why. Well, I deliberately went back to late 70s to illustrate my point. So we are now in the $270 per share, and note that Warren Buffett hasn't split his shares or paid his dividends, for a bit of the context. Now I will just look at the share price, $270 in 79. Now we already are more than tenfold, 20-fold in 89. This is in 10 years. We are rising now. We are rising. We are going up. This is 95. This is still 95. Where are we? In the late 90s somewhere? I want to get late 90s stock chart. $77,000. So also more than 10 times money. It was 20 times, now 10 times. Note that company is very large at that time. And then where's 2000? Yes, before financial crisis it doubled in its price when it was already a giant, and now at 2020s it went from what was $140,000. Now at 22 it's roughly at 400. That I like it. I like his share price. Yes, you could read your own chart if you see. Rise from 200 to 500,000. Well, do your own conclusions, but that's one hell of a stock. And if you look historically how he has outperformed S&P 500 indices, you will convince yourself or reassure yourself that it was one of the great stocks of all time. Now it has all range of companies. I wouldn't be telling you about much of his investing strategies because I will do that in separate videos. I will certainly do that when I will start my threads about investing, stock picking, and more conservative approaches, certainly, but this is not the video. This is more video if you are doing one of the great contradictions of our lives, that is use Berkshire Hathaway, which is synonym of investing for trading. So let's see a couple of daily and 4-hour charts and see just how much opportunities are there and whether it's better to trade this stock or broader indices. Well, let's see. Let's go for previous 6 years and start from 2016. November 2016, like precisely 6 years ago, you could make one trend from a bit higher than $2,000 to almost $300,000. Then there were string of break-even trends when markets were ranged, one small uptrend, couple of small downtrends, and in COVID times it actually felt only, well, rather small, like, no, not small, bro. It was on the line with other indices, but overall it felt very sharply, bounced really sharply back, and in just a couple of months it reached previous peaks, so portfolio was made well. And then from November 20 it went from 300k till 460k, which is spectacular. And now this recent downtrend really hasn't bothered it much, so structurally this stock is very strong, and it's seriously, it's not doing worse than general indices, so it's proved its point. So let's see those couple of last years purely for trading perspective in 4-hour trends. So late 19 to early 21 trend in COVID, actually one small down, this wasn't good trend, but one small downtrend as well, and then one uptrend. second very good uptrend, and then third from late 2021 and to spring of 2022, then one short trend in this summer in 22, and now small short term here, short term trend here. Well, what I could conclude is that this is no hot stock, this is not some flavor of the month like it is with technological stocks like Meta, like Amazon, like Tesla. And this is no commodity stock like Exxon or other companies, or financial stock or other cyclical stock. This probably is, not probably, but certainly is bolted together really well and comprised of good companies, and you see it really shows its force when the downtrends occur. It were not rising that, falling that sharply in these times, and that was the time of COVID, and now in times of monetary tightening. But same time, it has very good growth when the markets are strong. Now this is something that you want to have from stock, and it only confirms, but even in still at this size, at this age, it could still perform great. Of course, the returns are not nearly as high as it was in the 80s, but still, this is very good, and it proves that Berkshire Hathaway is still worthy of looking, even for traders, because there is good trends. And if you want to know more about Berkshire Hathaway, be sure you are following me, because at some point I will be releasing many videos of its approach, of its holdings, and how you could apply to that for yourself. So stay tuned and be my long-term subscriber. Bye.